Hello there, everybody. I'm Sabata92, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright. I'm going to make an attempt here. So if I sound a little bit out of it, I hope you all understand. I will admit, I felt a little bit nervous trying to get back into this, but I was told that trying to do something that I love would help me get my mind off of things and kind of help me feel a little bit better. So that's what I'm going to do. And what more do I love than just having fun? So, on a different note, I am a little bit under the weather, so if you hear some sniffles, that explains why. There's been a lot of bad stuff happening, so it's just one thing after another, and I'm doing my best, just to let you guys know. Anyway, it looks like we have a trial to take care of. And oh boy. So, I remember one thing being told that, yeah, the dude's French is clearly not the best, so I guess my pronunciations are kind of fitting in character, which is quite great. Anyway, we have a case to solve, and a little Maggie bird to save. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. A scout's honor. Maggie. Maggie! Oh. Detective Gumshoe. Are you doing all right? How are you feeling? As if you need to ask either question, sir. Don't let him get you down, Maggie. Don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger. And you! Yes? You'd better square this case away. Got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. I think this is arguably the most serious that I think I've seen Gumshoe. And it's completely understandable. I don't blame him for getting this serious. Hey, detective, you're on our side for once, right? Yep. So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Of course. I've got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. You are? If something I say doesn't match with the facts, make sure you point it out, all right? Okay. Sure. Oh boy, okay. Yeah, yeah. All right. Sure. Okay. We're forming a united front today, pal. You get me? Yeah, absolutely. Oh boy. I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. Okay. Whew. January 7th, 10 a.m. Hey, Godo. I'm afraid I cannot do my coffee thing here, so... Also, I am going to take it easy. I know I tried to give it my all with some voices, so if I sound a little bit out of it, be patient with me. Thank you. Sorry. I probably sound pretty awkward right now. The court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Bitter. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Ah! What's wrong? Nothing. It's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was... You talking to me? It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty? So, Mr. Godo, your opening statement, please. Mr. Wright,
whether you're a fake or the real deal. We will find out soon enough through this trial today.
But I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright.
I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out.
There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said. Trust me. Now then, Mr. Godo, please summon your first witness. Hey, Gumshoe.
Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation.
Witness, state your name for the court.
Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe.
I needed that.
Other way around, detective.
Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir.
Since yesterday?
Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation's tied up with another case now.
Hell, Gumshoe's really got everything under control. For everyone's sake. I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case?
Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Incorporated, a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report.
The court accepts this into the evidence. Died of potassium cyanide oh dear God. That is a horrible way to die. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30 p.m. Hold on. I want to see if I can get... Okay, so there's nothing extra. Okay.
And here are the floor plans of the restaurant.
Okay. We got some floor plans. This will be very important. Oh! Okay. I have an idea. I've already figured out an idea here. Depending on where Kudo, the old man, sat, and where, what the hell was his name? Yeah, Jean Armstrong. Depending on where they were standing in this floor plan, I can already figure out how the hell they did not see the other man. The partitions in the wall could have blocked their vision, so they would not be able to see him. Anyway.
When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress.
The waitress being the accused.
Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were two other people in the restaurant. Mr. Jean Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo.
It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. No, I have an idea. Blueprints of the crime scene. X equals the victim's seat. Got it.
Come, detective. Take up this hammer. And nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own hands.
Now then, Detective Gumshoe. Let's have your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of a motive.
Using the dark aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady.
You really shouldn't be praising that, but... because it's coffee. The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood? It wasn't... I already told you that wasn't me! Okay. Hold it! Can I stop you for just a minute?
Huh? Well, what is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence?
He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table.
Yeah, that's what she said.
What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction?
Hey!
Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe?
Yeah, it's true. Their two testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table.
What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? I would... well, I kind of want to press on it because we just don't know enough about, like maybe the placement, I would guess? Seriously, we don't know where the old man and where Jean was like, they're on the map, where they are. Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some. I'm glad that me and Phoenix are on the same page here for one. That's good.
Huh. That argument is as weak as the coffee at Tribulations. Try it. I have here in my possession a ticket.
A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me.
Yes. A one-way ticket to a guilty ville. Population, the defendant.
Ah.
This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct? I think the court will agree that was such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Wright, could anyone overlook a second person at the table?
Oh, shit. I always thought I was onto something there. It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. Damn. Hold on. Wait, no, I don't want to... That's the floor plan. He was listening to his radio, you say?
Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket.
Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them has some sort of earpiece? What should I do? And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe?
Huh? How should I know?
Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it? Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used? Hold it! So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else?
Not sure I get you, pal.
Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder?
Well, if I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance.
Okay. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper.
Objection! Huh. Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Wright?
Let's not think about that.
The victim took his coffee black with no sugar.
It seems that the poison could have only been in the coffee. Let's press harder. We never did figure out what was inside that little bottle. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee?
Huh? What do you mean?
According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it?
Oh, hey, you're right. Oh, that's what I was thinking.
In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there.
Huh? For me?
Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence.
That piece, sir?
Yes, that piece.
What piece was it again?
Oh, God.
This!
Why did... Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first-degree burns? Your Honor, the prosecution is trying to hurt the defense. Overruled.
Oh, now I remember. This is the victim's coffee cup.
Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim.
Oh, yes, it's unmistakable. There is clearly a coffee stain on it.
Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped up.
Yeah, thanks for skipping through that dialogue. Highly appreciated. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Thank you for that. Could not even read it. Okay.
For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants.
The coffee contained potassium cyanide, covered in the victim and Maggie's fingerprints.
Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance.
Hold it! Potassium cyanide. I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, that stuff's lethal. Eat too much and you're history.
How much is too much? Well, I've heard that certain nuts contain a small amount of cyanide in them. But it's not enough to actually hurt a person, unless they eat them in ridiculously large amounts. Or I might be thinking of something else, but I know that there is like an everyday item that people can eat that contains a very small trace amount of cyanide, I think. I can't remember. I'm having a hard time remembering what it was, though. Huh. What the hell was it? Damn, I can't remember.
A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish anyone off.
0.2 grams? How much is that?
You know when you swab your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much.
Earwax, huh? That's something Gumshoe's got an abundance of. Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere. Yeah, it could have. Hold it! Some kind of a motive?
Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion.
Objection! You know what my golden rule is, Detective? Chuck out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another.
Huh? I don't get it.
I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. So stick to the fact, Detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive?
Come on, Gumshoe.
They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket.
I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too.
They disappeared from the scene of the crime.
And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000.
Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then, is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press... Yeah, press harder! Wait a minute! The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client.
I have here in my hand the very ticket in question.
That's the $500,000 lottery ticket.
One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant.
What? Order! Order! I'm pretty sure they probably planted it there.
She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress.
You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court. Immediately! Better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. Found during a body search of Maggie. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial, too. But it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say?
It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor.
And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. That's enough! The facts of this case seemed overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime.
I like an old man who knows the score.
Well, there's also the matter... Wait, what did you call me? There's also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. Judge.
I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money.
Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already.
I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance.
No.
With one final decisive piece of evidence.
He's got more evidence against Maggie? What else?
This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time.
Oh my god, it's stained all over. Is that blood? Wow. That's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like... It can't be blood, can it?
It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself.
The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye.
Of course. The coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more.
Something else? I presume you mean...
Of course. I'm referring to the pocket.
No, you... The... pocket.
The search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket.
A bottle of poison? In Maggie's pocket?
Yeah, Maggie's prints were the only ones on it.
What?! Order! 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 The court will accept these items into evidence. Worn by Maggie at the time of the incident. Has a small pocket, but big stains. A deadly powdery poison. Bears Maggie's fingerprints found in her apron pocket. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godo. Why have you not explained the blood stain to the court?
Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be?
Don't play games, prosecutor! The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron!
That's ridiculous! No one told me anything about a bloodstain!
You need to be told, just look at it!
Well, detective, could this stain really be blood?
No way, sir. That's just ketchup, sir.
Ketchup.
She must have gotten some on her apron while taking some on their breakfast that day.
You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe.
Pull a stunt like that again and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness!
No. I'm not Sans. No.
Oh, I thought everyone knew that what it was already.
I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt about the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They've all been clearly established.
Well, Trite, it seems you really are a phony after all.
You really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. Okay.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. Must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene.
You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good.
Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Trite. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one, so let the fun begin.
Yeah. Cool. Highly appreciated. Hold it! Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe?
There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened.
Ah, we're obviously talking about the same old man.
Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at him and seeds.
Seeds.
Huh. It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth.
Okay. I guess not even the mighty Godo can avoid being attacked by that guy.
The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone, apparently, so he was late reporting the crime.
Hold it! How long was the defendant unconscious for?
All the officers got to the crime scene around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at that time.
In the kitchen?
It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself.
I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search, too.
I would have loved to see Maggie asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful.
Okay, you're a professional detective Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher.
Save the romantics for your own time, detective. I need to know about this investigation.
Oops, I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I?
Hold it! He didn't have any? Are you saying that it was stolen then?
No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal.
How the hell was he supposed to pay for anything?
All he had was 58 cents in his wallet.
58 cents?
Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal.
The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man.
Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge?
I think I'm onto something here. Hold it! Wait a second.
Oh, did I say something dumb again?
Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes?
Well, yeah, basically.
In that case, how are you able to identify the victim so quickly?
Oh, that.
He's so let down, he's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going.
There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket.
A prescription bag?
It seems Mr. Glenn Elg visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations.
We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds.
That's a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? What the hell does health insurance have to do with this? I want to know about the bag. So what sort of medicine was in the bag?
Well, actually, the bag we found was empty.
Really? Huh?
Yeah, completely empty.
It was completely empty? The victim got this from the doctor before going to Tribulations. The bag is empty, so where's his medicine? Wait a minute! What about that green vial that we found?
You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence. Desperate are you, Wright? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, Detective?
Hold it! But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket?
Hey, yeah, you nailed it, pal.
No, there's fingerprints.
Happens to me all the time.
What?
We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes.
Objection!
Keep up this crazy testimony, Detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat.
Judge, prosecution is threatening the witness.
Sorry.
So, Wright, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket. That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence?
Well, I'd love to if I had any.
It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness.
Hold it! Okay. So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for. But wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day?
Oh, yeah. The one the restaurant owner took. He won a whole $1 with it. What a lucky guy, huh?
And they're just going to let him get away with it.
It was just $1, Detective. I guess no one cares when it's that little, except for Gumshoe.
They're ignoring the fact that the restaurant owner had an attempt to steal a lottery ticket that implicates them and needs to be discussed. If I don't find a hole in this testimony, the judge is going to hand down his verdict.
You do realize you're speaking out loud?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you. Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with. And we can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something.
Yeah, that's true. But Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. Our only hope is that they were so dumb they missed something obvious.
Come on, Gumshoe. Be the dumbest you've ever been.
Okay, so let's see. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. Yeah, there is.
Objection!
Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There is one small contradiction in your testimony.
Oh, finally. I'm getting all anxious waiting, so hurry up, will ya?
You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later?
No, they didn't.
The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribulations. Where then did the medicine disappear to?
You are too cool, pal!
Well, indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital piece of evidence?
I guess that's the most careless thing I've ever done so far, huh?
The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself.
Order! Order! Well, Mr. Godo, what do you have to say to that?
That's all.
What?
Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will.
What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New Ear Otolaryngological Clinic. Otalaryngological?
Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Godo?
Deafness?
Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say.
A war wound?
The day before the incident, Mr. Elg found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum.
Oh god. He ruptured his eardrum?
Then what on earth was the prescription he was given?
It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested!
I was on something.
It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear.
Yes, here it is. Very, very fine print.
Seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his own medication.
It seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all.
Oh.
Nick, if you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over.
She's right.
But I can't get away with any weak objection. What should I do?
Well, right off the bat, push the medication issue. Only moments ago, Mr. Godo made the following statement. It seems Mr. Elg correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime?
Yeah? Did you not think of that? But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal.
But why is the medication missing?
Objection!
That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However, insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth.
Objection! You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide.
Objection!
It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable. That's enough. Mr. Godo, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Godo?
I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder.
Victor Kudo, the pigeon hater? Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems a little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial. And that is something that bothers me.
Good job, Nick.
The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess. After which, we will hear the prosecution's next witness.
I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups.
The court is adjourned for recess. Okay. I think that's where I'm going to stop for right now. I'm going to need a little bit more time here. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you very much for being patient with me. I'll pick this up in a little bit. Hopefully we'll be able to figure this shit out. Definitely the prescription drugs. There's got to be some sort of significance to this. Whew. Anyway, see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching.